It's a beautiful day here in Denver, Colorado. As you can see, the sun is out. The mountains, you can see the snow on the mountains. And today we're going to do some grilling. So I want you to take a look and see how beautiful of a day it is here in Colorado. There's the mountains with the snow. They look so close you can grab them, but they're really miles and miles away. So stay tuned. We'll be back.
All right, my friends, welcome back to Smokehouse Meats BBQ Catering. We're here for another treat. I'm going to put something on the grill today that I think you're really going to like. And actually what motivated me to do this video today was simply because I was hungry and I had a taste for a hamburger, okay? So, because I do things kind of to the extreme, I'm going to do what I call my smokehouse burger. And we've got our ground beef here, we've got our seasonings here, and I'm going to give you a close-up view of that here shortly. And then we've got the things that are actually going to go on and in the burger once we actually start to mix it together. Alright? So, I just wanted to say that it's a beautiful day in Denver, as you've seen already. I've given you a highlight. Today is March 13th, 2013, and it's probably about 70 degrees outside today. Last weekend it was snowing, and we probably had about 10 inches of snow on the ground. So, that's the way it goes in Colorado. But right now it's a beautiful sunny day, as I've already showed you. So, I've got my grill going, I've got my spices going, I'm going to start mixing this up. I'm going to bring the camera closer so you can see exactly what's going on and see what I've got going here. And we're going to make a burger. You're going to love it. Delicious, juicy, on the grill. It's going to be smoked, of course. Stay tuned, y'all.
Alright, as promised, what I'm going to show you now is the inner workings of this smokehouse barbecue burger. So a couple of things you're going to see. Some are going to go on and some are going to go in. So what you have right in front of you, of course, if you can detect that, that's cilantro. And then we have some cheese going on there. And we have a white onion also that's going to go on the top of the burger. Okay. Next to that we have a green onion with chives and a yellow sweet onion that we're going to use to go in the burger as well. Then we have some bacon. Alright, so it's going to be a bacon burger, but a little twist on something that you may think is a little different here. Alright, and then we have lettuce and tomato. And then in a separate dish we have sage. This is sage, rosemary, and thyme. Okay, we're going to cut that up. We're going to get that into our burger as well. Alright, and then next to that we have just the burger itself. 80-20. Alright, 80% lean, 20% fat. Alright, then some of the seasonings, the actual seasonings. These are called aromatics, basically. And these are going to be the seasonings. So we have some black peppercorn that we're going to grind up in there. We have some Cajun seasoning, a little cayenne pepper. We have some Worcestershire, however the heck you say that. You guys know what I mean. Then we have some ground paprika, some garlic powder, and the kicker is the Tabasco sauce. Okay? So all this is going to go into this burger right here. And some of this is going to go on top of this burger right here. Alright? So, we want to put the camera down, come around, and get started on putting this together. The grill is already hot. We're going to do some smoking. We'll be right back. Just let me change positions here. Alright, so as you can see, I've transferred the ground beef from my cutting board to an actual bowl that I'm going to work with, and then I washed off my cutting board. Alright, so we're going to set this ground beef aside for a second, and we're going to start working on our aromatics in order to mix up in there. So again, what we have here is some thyme, some fresh thyme actually. So what we want to do is just go ahead and peel that off of there like that. Just going to simply strip the stalk that you see there and get it on your cutting board. Okay. Alright, put that aside. And then we have some sage. Alright, that we're just going to cut up whole like this. Actually, we're going to take the bottom part off of it. Okay.
We're going to try to keep the leaves as much as we can. Okay, set that off to the side. And then we have some rosemary. Okay, more thyme. Let me go ahead and strip that since I've got it there. And how much you use just depends on how much the size of the burgers or how many burgers you're making, okay? That's the only catalyst to this. Alright, so this is probably about a couple pounds worth of ground beef here. So what I'm doing is going ahead and stripping this off, as I said, and I'm going to chop down these aromatics and I'm going to get those into the bowl. Alright, so I'm just going to mix them all together, kind of fold them up like you see there, and hopefully you can see that. Get my little chef knuckles going there. Remember, whenever you're cutting, always cut with your knuckles back. Okay? I've cut myself many a times before I actually learned how to do that. Alright? So you can keep scooping this up together. Give it another turn, and every time you turn it, it cuts or dices it a different way. Okay? Alright, so we're going to take that, throw that in the bowl. Get as much of it as you can. Oh, that smells delicious too. Really, it does. It smells great. Alright, next. Going to take some onion. Alright, going to take some onion and we're going to cut this onion down. Alright, put that back on there. Again, keep your knuckles back. Hopefully you can see that. It allows you to cut more in thinner chunks. Bring it back over again, and if you keep turning what you've cut, you'll end up getting a very good and even dice on it. Okay, everything that I'm doing right now is going inside the burger itself. Alright, you do want just kind of a rough cut. Alright, take that, get it inside. Now, at this stage, if you had fresh garlic, you can put some fresh garlic in there if you wanted to, or any other type of herbs or aromatics that you wanted as well. What we're going to do now is start our actual seasoning process, getting our seasonings in there. So, we're going to go with some fresh cracked black pepper. Give it a good generous because of the amount of meat that you have there. Right? Going to go with some Cajun seasoning. Okay. And I'm what I call myself a indiscretionate seasoner, so I just put on what I think I need for the meal that I'm using. But that gives you a chance to actually see. Now that was cayenne pepper. You see, I put a generous dose in there because I want this to be a spicy burger. All right. Gonna put in some Worcestershire sauce. All right. Gonna give it some ground paprika. A little ground paprika. Some ground garlic powder. Okay. And a dash. Since I put all that cayenne in there, just a dash of Tabasco. Alright, we're going to take all that, mix it all up in there, get it all in there so it distributes evenly. Alright, so there we have our actual hamburger mix. Alright? Everything else that we had over here on the left side or the right side for you is actually going to go on the burger. The grilled onions, the bacon, the lettuce, tomato, and the cilantro. Alright? So, what we're going to do next is form us some patties. Alright, just take a handful, depending on how thick you want your burger. Okay? Just pat it out. Okay? There's one. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, it could be different sizes. I'm making these fairly big. So the bigger you make them, the longer they have to cook, of course, when you put them on the grill. Okay, just going to roll that around a little bit. A little pat down. Now, to this, you could also add bell pepper, which I've done before as well. The green bell pepper works. It helps to give it a nice savory flavor as well. Right? That one, and one more. Okay, so we're making 3 burgers. We'll pound this one out. And as I pound this one out, we will be back. The next place you're going to see us is heading to the grill. The grill is hot. See that stuff going everywhere? The grill is hot. We're going to go out and put our chips on it, our smoking chips, and let it roll for a minute, and then we're going to put our burgers on it. Smokehouse Meats Barbecue Catering, www.smokehousemeats.webstarts.com, 720-436-3567. Alright, so as you can see, the coals are white, they're ready to roll. So what I'm going to do now is throw on some wood chips. What I'm using today is some mesquite wood chips. Just going to throw those on there. When you use the wood chips like this, it does a couple things. It helps cool the fire down for one, but it also helps it to start smoking. Alright, so for the amount of food that I'm using, that's about all I'm going to need. So I'm going to take the grill, put it back on there. It's actually great for the grill itself. Okay, and as you can see, it's already starting to smoke. Alright, we're going to let that smoke for a minute, and then as soon as that smokes, we're going to put our food on, and you'll see what that's going to look like. Alright, take a look out there. If you take a look over in that corner, you see a little dot. It's purple and white. See that? That is Ms. Young, Ms. Marion Young, and she's trying to scoot down the hill because she thinks she can slide down the hill. She just happens to come around right now when Smokehouse is in the process of cooking those great burgers. Alright, well, as she continues to try to slide down the hill, we'll work our way down to the grill. Alright, so as you can see, the grill is going, it's smoking. Alright, I'm going to open it up. Look at that. Nothing but smoke, folks. That's what we do. Alright, so we're going to take these burgers, we're going to put them directly on the grill. Alright, in the meantime, we're also going to stick on top that bacon and those onions. Alright, give them that smoky flavor as well. Alright. Can you see that? Too much smoke?
Okay, as you take a look here, you can see that I've opened up the grill and you've got those burgers that are cooking and the bacon and the onion. I'm going to take a flip on these burgers real quick. Love that. Look at those grill lines. Okay. The bacon and the onion can stay as it is right now. It's just going to get crisp on one side as it is. So just leave it just like that. Alright? Good job. Alright, so it's been about 15-20 minutes since we put these burgers on. Going to move them over again. Give them another flip. Alright. Alright. And one thing you want to do is kind of keep them rotating on the grill a little bit. Once you do that, you know, they cook a little more evenly. Alright? So we're going to move them off the fire, as you can see there. They don't need to be directly over the fire. Alright? And once we actually close this, it's going to cut it down a little bit. We're going to take our bacon and onion and move it off to the side as well, because we don't want it to crisp up because of that. Alright? Now I'm going to take a little piece of that and taste it. Good to go. Going to wait about another 10 minutes and everything should be done. Alright, so what we've done is we've taken that bacon and we've added some onion to it, put it on a different tray. There, as you can see, there's the bacon, there's the onion. And what I did also is I took that lettuce and I'm now smoking that lettuce. And I've got some onions going on that's going to go on top of the burger. Alright? Alright? So we're going to leave that on there just a minute more because you don't want it to wilt. We'll turn the burgers one more time. As you can see, those are pretty much done. And we're going to go plate in a minute. Alright. Looks good. Bacon. Green onion. Lettuce. Sweet onion. Sweet yellow onion. Okay, as you can see, those burgers are done now. What I've done is I've started sprinkling some cheese on them, and what we're going to do is put those in the in the oven at about 170 degrees for about 5 minutes, just to give the cheese enough time to actually melt on them. Okay, so just go ahead and take the rest of that and just kind of pour it out on them. Okay. All right, so we're going to take these now and stick them in the oven. And we want them just to be able to, because they're still warm straight from the grill, but we want to be able to melt the cheese on top real quick. Alright? Alright, so there you have it. The burgers were in the oven for about 10 minutes at 200. The cheese is melted on them. Over here we have the condiments that are going to go on it, basically tomatoes, and we have a sauce that I made of Miracle Whip mayonnaise, honey, and mustard. Alright, and then we have that smoked lettuce, smoked onion, and smoked bacon, and smoked green onion. Alright, I'm here luckily with my boy Larry Young, who happened to stop by as I was doing this, so he's going to be my taste tester for this. Alright, so he's got his burger in his hand. He's going with the plain bread, which is just fine. Alright, so he's got all the condiments. There's the tomatoes that are going to go on there. Okay. A little onion. A little bacon. And some of that smoked lettuce. Alright. And then on top of that, we've got some cilantro. And last but not least is the actual sauce. Again, barbecue sauce, honey, mustard. Alright, here we go. Taste test. What's your opinion, Mr. Young?
Very tasty. Very good. I don't know if it's the smoked lettuce, smoked veggies, or the spice on the burger. But the sauce makes it, just tops it all off deliciously. Excuse me while I'm chewing and talking.
All right, there we have it. Smokehouse Meats Barbecue Catering. www.smokehousemeats.webstarts.com. 720-436-3567.
And it's delicious.
There you go. Back up just a little bit. There you go. Burgers.